Hi, I'm Wayward, and this is Universe at War. I have another 1 versus 1 for you today, this time between a red Novus player and a blue Masari player. So another Masari match. I am really excited about this one. And I've played on this map too. I unfortunately don't remember the name of it, but I am really excited to see how this goes. I think actually, on my YouTube channel, I have a loss with me as Novus on this map. I think I started over here instead of down on this side. So, really excited to see what is going to happen in this game. I believe the Novus player here is Legend and the Masari player here is Unlucky. So we have our Novus player in light mode right now, and our first two architects for that player are being used to build a matter engine way at the back of the base. Meanwhile, our Novus player already has 3 recycling centers up as well as their flow generator. Nothing yet, I think, in terms of tech, no. And there is a skirmisher portal coming up. So this is something that I think is a bit of a philosophical difference between Unlucky and myself in terms of Masari. He likes to go right out and start building things right away. To me, it seems quicker and more efficient to start out by using the first 2 architects to boost the command center structure. I think it's called the Citadel. My brain is not working so well right now, but we'll do our best. Okay, so we have the skirmisher portal up. We have Machina, I think, coming up, it looks like. But Unlucky, possibly, arguably, probably a better Masari player than I am. But to me, it seems a lot more efficient to start out by getting as many architects as possible. Anyway, down in our Novus player's base, we have 4 recycling centers and a first robotic assembly out for those scouting Ombots. So I believe there's 4 start locations. I think up here maybe 1, or maybe way back here in the corner. Of course, here where our Novus player is, and then down here in the left corner. So scouting out all those start locations is important for the Novus player because Novus really rely on a harassment-heavy style. Looks like fully saturated with income for Legend, and we have 3 matter engines for Unlucky. No vehicles out yet that I see. There could be figments on the field. Since they're invisible, I wouldn't see them unless I catch them when they're spawning. Looks like a sentry coming out, probably for scouting. Let's see if it equips a... Yep, we have a disciple on it for a little bit of bonus damage. And the forbidden library up for tech. Really important for... It's not called the forbidden library, it's the knowledge vault. I think Forbidden Library is one of the upgrades for it. That looks like another matter engine. And I think this Ombot will probably scout it. Let's see. Little raiding party here. Looks like a couple of disciples in that disciple sentry. Pretty potent for this phase of the game. We have 3 architects here. There's 1 by himself and 2 going off. Masari base finally scouted by the Novus. We have lots. We got constructors out here. A nice big flow network expanding in all directions. That's very well done. Still not much in terms of the way of offensive capability. We do have a vehicle assembly out. And a Conqueror out already for Unlucky, so going right for those tech units. I see the range on that. If it didn't get blocked, I think it got blocked by terrain, but if it didn't get blocked by terrain, that would have been like a screen's length. It looks like Unlucky has correctly guessed that his Novus opponent has spawned across the map from him. We will have to see. I think by the time this raiding party gets close, we're going to have enough stuff to counter it. Unlucky's got some blade troop, not Unlucky, Legend has some blade troopers out. He really loves using these and does so to great effect, so we'll have to see how that goes down. Looks like got a flow conduit, which is interesting. I wouldn't have thought it could have been spotted. This is probably going to be pretty one-sided. Blade Troopers do tremendous damage. They have that expandability, and then a blackout grenade goes down, so Unlucky can't control his forces. Ooh, painful. Lots of turrets going up for Unlucky. Really standard for Masari. What I have taken to doing personally, we'll have to see if Unlucky does this, is actually build turrets in amongst my buildings as well as around them, because the Novus are going to go right through that front line really quickly. We have the first upgrade going up for the Masari Knowledge Vault. So the one more, and then he's hit max tech. Let's see. Another vehicle assembly and an aircraft assembly up. Starting to get some tech as well. We have, it looks like, tier 2 nanotech and getting tier 2 flow. So this is basically standard for Novus. And Mirabelle is coming out, it looks like. The Novus hero, really potent. Have a Corruptor flying out. And a 2 antimatter tanks. Small army right now. Those Blade Troopers, though, they're so hard to deal with. Another larger force coming out, basically similar composition, with 2 Conquerors and a Sentry with a Disciple mounted, and then 2 Disciples. So Masari can, over the long game, easily afford to throw armies away, but in the short term, it's probably risky. I think that might be a turret. So and we have a Flight Machina coming up. Machina? I'm going to say Machina for now. I think I said Machina before. You know what? We'll go with Machina. Flight Machina. Kind of coming out slow. This is a mistake here. We've got 3 architects on a turret. These architects need to be spread around. What I've started trying to do, and we have the Oracle up, that of course is the radar structure, and actually we have a Machina up over here as well. So we will have some Inquisitors coming out shortly. Let's see. Army seems to have gotten bogged down a little bit. There comes a Mirabelle out to do something nasty. Really good flow network for Legend right now. Really well played. Science Center, another vehicle assembly. I wonder how many vehicle assemblies we're up to. I think it's 3? That's 3. We have 2 aircraft assemblies. Still just the 1 infantry or robotics assembly. That little Masari army actually in a blind spot in the flow network. I'll have to see what Mirabelle does. Man, look at that network. That is expansive. I do feel like Unlucky, maybe we do have some anti-air turrets coming up, which is good. Starting to get those. Starting to get those upgrades for the matter engines. Mirabelle getting some great scouting in, taking a little bit of damage. It looks like Unlucky is going light tech, which is pretty cool. A lot of the Masari players go dark matter. This army's kind of being non-committal, I think being pulled back possibly. But those Blade Troopers are coming in too. Oh, and they're stealthed. There's the upgrade that gives them stealth. Ugh, painful. They actually managed to get out of the blackout, range of the blackout though. But unless they stop and fight, this is going to be really, really one-sided. Oh my gosh. That's really painful. Unlucky trying to do too many things at once. Where did Mirabelle go? Did Mirabelle get taken out somehow? That would have been impressive. I really hope I didn't miss that. No, there's Mirabelle. Conqueror actually managing to stand up to those Blade Troopers pretty well. Even in light matter mode, Masari are pretty hardy. That constructor explodes. Can you run them over? No, I don't think they can be crushed. They're too large. Maybe by Peacebringers. Do have a couple of Inquisitors out. The Inquisitors, absolutely one of my favorite units in the game. I love everything about it. This small Masari army actually doing a surprisingly good job. Mirabelle crushes the Seer. Seers are very important to the Masari, so that's definitely a bit of a win there. Let's see. What I really need to see Unlucky doing, though, he does not have nearly enough buildings. He needs to be spending a lot more resources actually getting buildings out, because over the long term, losing armies becomes nothing for the Masari in the long term. Looks like we have 5 vehicle assemblies. You see the difference in the building density? Now, Novus tended to need to do this, and this is a nice sneaky little flow generator hidden here out of the way. That's what you want. But in the short to mid-term, this is really going to advantage the Novus player. Let's see, what patches do we have, actually? I think this right one here increases the resources that recyclers bring each trip. I think Spectrum Cycle, I think that lets Novus see stealth? I believe that's what that does. Oh, this could be bad. We have there's only 5 of them, but they can come in and basically kill whatever they want. Oh, I think oh, interesting. The matter engine explodes itself. I love that upgrade, and that was well used. Let's see, I gotta rebuild that quick, though. That's gonna be a hit to his economy. Got most of these ones upgraded. Let me see, 3. 1, 2, 3. Are there not 5 yet? Skirmisher portal. Interesting. So what the Novus can do is they see this Masari force here, and Legend can just attack where this army isn't, which becomes a problem. This is good. This is like Terran taking out creep tumors in StarCraft, taking out that flow network, scaling it back, forcing the rebuild. Actually, we have a scout there from that Avenger. This army's getting nasty, though. We've got field inverters, we've got a bunch of antimatter tanks. Antimatter tanks don't seem really worth it to me. Sometimes they don't do a lot, even when they're used against me, and I'm not a particularly good player. We do, it look like, have the Novus upgrade. So we've gone flow 4, so wherever there's flow, the Novus can be. When this is where it can be bad for the Masari, because this large force can just walk right into Unlucky's base. Rebuilding that matter engine, good. I feel like I'm missing one. 1, 2, 3, 4. There should be 5. Where's the 5th one? I don't see it. We've got a fully upgraded Oracle, but only 1. This army taking a lot of unnecessary damage. Oh, Conquerors with their light mode AoE upgrade. But the Inquisitor is being taken out by inverters. Ouch. I think at least 2 of them will get away. This Seer being kind of pointlessly left to die. There's that last matter engine, finally. Let's see. Get the destruct on this one, too? No, hardly any damage. Oh, wow. Let's see. They might be still close enough to be killed when it dies. Most of them do. Although the poor Architect is gone. Man, if the Knowledge Vault goes down, that'd be bad. Skylord's out. We have high-tech units starting to come out for Unlucky, which is good. Basically full vision of this base, though. Still, this antimatter tank is probably going to die before it manages to kill that. Let's see. Yeah, there's that 5th matter engine. Really slow tech, ultimately, from Unlucky. I feel like he needs a lot more buildings than he has right now. Still, once the Peacebringers start coming out, that could be good. We have more Architects as well, but nothing's really stopping Legend at this point. He's got an army here, and Mirabelle's sitting there healing up. Basically, not full map vision, but considerable map vision. I think that's another matter engine to replace the one that was killed. Unlucky's problem right now is there's just not enough production going on. We need architects all over the place for Masari, focused on these matter engines, more production structures since there's bottlenecks. Let's see, we have redirection turrets starting to come up. Mirabelle versus this Masari army. Actually, this is a pretty potent army, even for Mirabelle to go against. Masari armies are deceptively powerful. Mirabelle already at half health, taking fire damage. Looks like we have the overclocking patch. Move and fire twice as fast but take bonus damage, which is probably why actually Mirabelle's taking so much damage. Oh gosh. A full army of field inverters. That's really hard for the Masari player to deal with. Basically, I would think at this point Unlucky needs a super weapon, but he doesn't have it, of course. It looks like we are using oracles defensively, finally moving out some architects to try to build some additional structures out on the map. But this army, this super fast army of teleporting inverters could be the death of our Masari player. They can be anywhere on the map where these flow conduits go to immediately, and they move incredibly fast. Now have some dervishes coming out. Dervishes, of course, are the Novus's air superiority fighter. They are fairly good. They're mostly good in that they're fast and they can strike where the opponent doesn't expect. And in large numbers with their Death Blossom, they can do considerable AoE damage. 4 of them isn't particularly a threat, but it seems like there's probably more coming. Got a second ring of turrets coming out that will probably help, but it looks like we've switched to dark mode, and the Masari have Lord Cheros out, which is the light mode hero. Actually pretty cool looking, but not, I think, one of the better heroes in the game, unfortunately. Let's see. I can't tell. I don't think the buildings have the dark matter armor. You would see the lines going up them for the shields. So like these units, they have the lines going on them. This is a good army, but it's not going to take care of those field inverters. Those invisible, by the way, they're cloaked. He's not, but all the ones around him are. Flow Conduit versus Guardian. Yeah, I really feel like what Unlucky needs to be doing, I can't see his resources, but what I really feel like really needs to have been done all this time for Unlucky is building up more production structures, more focus on where these architects are. We have 3 architects on a turret right here. Ooh, very... Oh! Did that take out Mirabelle? Oh my gosh, the turret took out Mirabelle. Ouch. And finally we have the another flight machina coming out, but I think its architects got killed, and there's 2 more. Yeah, this is well played by Unlucky at this point, but I think it's too little too late right now. We have Figments, that's good. Figments are a really potent tier 1 unit, but they can't attack air. That's not going to do anything. In this army, there's nothing here to stop this. Oh gosh. Even if this cleans up these inverters. 1 volley, and Cheros is not going to have any chance. I don't even think he's going to get away. 1% health. Oh! Brutal. That Oracle's going to go down. I just don't think there's anything to here to take care of this army. Oh my god, the Skylord even. 1 volley. Let's see, they're not stopping here, but that knowledge vault with the forbidden knowledge. That's going to go down almost immediately, too. I do like the mines, the figment mines. That's a nice touch. I just don't think it's enough to... Well, maybe. Dervish is sitting here. I think this is actually going to get cleaned up just about. Selling them off. That is nice. That is well done. Let's see. Let's take a look at what Legend has coming out. Looks like more field inverters. A crap ton more field inverters. We have an amplifier, it looks like, mixed in there. Architect gets the Guardian up before he dies. What? He has 0%. Oh, it's the dark matter armor saved him. Nice, but then he dies anyway. But the Sky Guardian gets out. It looks like Dark 2 has been researched, so buildings have dark matter armor now. Oh, look at that map coverage. That's crazy. That is just everywhere on the map. And these Novus units can teleport through the flow network now because of the upgrade. Really want to see more of what Unlucky is starting to do here. I think at this point he might be there's another matter engine coming up. That's actually a really good spot for it. If it dies here, then it'll kill the whatever army is there to take it out. But we still have 2 Peacebringers. I think those might be Avengers, not Disciples. Yeah, these guys are Avengers. When Masari vehicles die, they drop. Oh no! Oh my gosh! Look at that army! Oh my gosh! Switching back to light mode, but there's just nothing is going to stop this. There's not a big enough army, even up here. 4 Peacebringers, that's a lot, but... Is that the black hole? Did I see the black hole go off? Oh, there it is. Without dark mode, that's taking out... Oh my gosh. Vortex takes out all of the income. Well, not all of it, but most of it. For Unlucky. Let's see... Got 1, I think maybe 2 matter engines, neither one upgraded. Machine is going to go down. Oh, brutal. There it goes. It probably should have been sold off, but it's hard to blame Unlucky at this point. If Legend really wanted to add insult to injury, he could just move his army back down here and teleport them over here to attack the base from this end. Matter engine coming up. Need to see more of that if Unlucky is even to have a chance. And this is a really formidable force, but those Avengers just explode. No, those Dervishes don't stand a chance. I'm not even 100% sure these field inverters do. Peacebringers are really, really potent. Let's see, we do have more matter engines being built all in the same places, but looks like Unlucky's economy is mostly back up and running. Oh, EMP'd. That's basically the only way Novus can kill an army, a Masari army like this, though. Still down to 1 Peacebringer. Unlucky is... Ouch. This is probably what this is going to seal the deal for Unlucky. There's no way to build enough army at this point. And potent as the Oracle is, assuming that tech is still researched. Oh, man. Turret goes down. Poor Inquisitor explodes. Oh, he resurrected. That's a Masari tech. Sometimes when their air units die, if they have light mode 3 or 4, I forget which. See, I want to see the weapon. Oracle weapon, come on. Did he tech out of light 4? I don't even see Unlucky doing anything at this point. Oh, we have a Figment. That inverter got cleaned up. And the dervishes come back out. This is what late game Novus like to do, is they like to switch to whatever their opponent can't handle at the time. Being hemmed in by redirection turrets. This isn't super unbeatable for the Masari, but it is definitely annoying. More coming up over here, keeping our Masari player locked into one corner. If I could fast forward at this point, I would. Unfortunately, I don't have that choice. So we definitely have Dark 2 because we have Queen Altea on the field. This is widely seen to be one of the Masari's better heroes, but she's really, really, really hard to use well, which is definitely a problem. That Skirmisher Portal taking damage. Skylord not going to help. They can only attack ground. Might as well sell that. Basically what Unlucky would need to do, yeah, there we go, we got the sell. Well played. And Blade Troopers coming in, oh my gosh. Going for the Knowledge Vault, nice. I think, come on Skylord, you can get him. Get him, it's right there. Oh my gosh. If the Knowledge Vault goes down, that's really it. What is Unlucky doing? Still one back there. Oh no, the Dervishes come in. You're gonna Death Blossom it. What happened? Why did they stop like that? Altea can't really do anything to stop this. Let's see. We have both the EMP and the Black Hole. Look at this army. There's the Black Hole right on top of the Knowledge Vault. Yep, right on top of the Peacebringer. Oh gosh. Oh. Manages to not kill the Knowledge Vault actually. Still at half health. But there's no army left to stop this, and even if something gets too close, a couple of those units died. 57 out of 90, I think this is actually probably everything that Legend has, but Unlucky doesn't have anything to counter this. A couple Disciples. Yeah, it looks like Unlucky probably is basically given up at this point. There's hardly anything at this point. Amplifiers going in there for the building damage. Ugh, brutal. Yeah, a couple Disciples aren't going to do anything in those Architects. See, they barely do anything to the field inverters and can get crushed. Boom. This, after a long and well-fought match, looks like we're getting the sell-off of everything by Unlucky. Yeah, yes, sell-off. Ugh. So, very well played by Legend. A merciless victory. I think in the end, Legend played exactly as you'd want to for a Novus, but Unlucky, kind of in the mid-game, started kind of falling apart. What I think really needs to happen in the Masari mid-game is a lot more buildings. You need turrets, you need factories, or machinas and flight machinas. Getting the redundancies in there, trying to maybe move some of those matter engines away from being in one spot so they can be vortexed. That seems to be kind of the way that it's going to go for the Masari, because the Masari knows their base is going to be attacked. They're going to lose buildings, they're going to lose armies and units, but so long as they have enough matter engines to keep going, and enough buildings to keep producing units out of, they're going to be fine in the long run. Some of those attacks, they didn't really cause that much permanent damage. The worst hit was losing 3 matter engines at once. But we did get to see some solid Novus and Masari play. Really happy to be able to walk through that and kind of talk about what everyone was doing and why. I am actually really excited about how these matches play out, because I think it really showcases the strength of what I consider to be a true hidden gem of the RTS genre. I feel like the strength of the design in Universe at War is really underrated, and I'm really glad to be able to bring matches to you to show you that. So anyway, this has been Wayward, and this has been Universe at War. Thanks.